In section 3, we're going to look at contemporary visual aids. And the first thing you see on this slide is the term pictorial superiority. And this is a scientific concept suggesting that information conveyed in images is more memorable than text alone. So here are some of the characteristics of visual aids. So this is what your visual aid should accomplish, or if it doesn't, then you probably don't need to use it. So when you're preparing for a presentation, ask yourself these things. Do my visual aids emphasize and clarify main points? Do they improve comprehension and retention? Meaning that this visual aid is going to help a listener really understand my message and remember my message. Does my visual aid increase audience interest? Will it get their attention? Will it make my speech or presentation more effective? Will it make the presenter appear more professional, better prepared, and more persuasive? So when you're presenting, ask yourself that. Is this going to make me appear more prepared and professional? But also, what I like about visual aids is it does help jog the memory if you're speaking, because you have some sort of format to follow. It also improves self-confidence, poise, and delivery. So there are different types of visual aids. The following may enhance presentations: slides, multimedia slides, handouts, Zoom presentations. Software as a service is a cloud-based software licensing model allowing users to access software online on demand. An example of this would be Microsoft PowerPoint. You can access this online through Office 365. And we're going to look at figure 12.5, and it describes the pros and cons of several visual aids, both high-tech and low-tech. So when you're trying to figure out what type of visual aid to use, you may want to look at the different types and the pros and the cons. And this will help you kind of make a decision about which would be more effective. You can see here that the first or the second column is the pros and the third is the cons. And just read through those. You can see props, flip charts, or whiteboards, handouts. These are low-tech down here. And then up here, your video, Zoom presentations, and multimedia slides would be considered high-tech. So read through those and evaluate which multimedia or visual aid would be most beneficial for your presentation. Next, I want to show you a Prezi Zoom presentation here. So it's really neat if you have never used it, but you can click on any section of this canvas and we'll zoom in on detailed information. So it says if you click on the area around the tree roots, you'll zoom in on a quote about thinking positively. So let me zoom here. So this is a really neat option. It has a little bit more hands-on approach. And it's kind of a newer, I would say a newer version of PowerPoint. It's more functional. Moving beyond PowerPoint bullets. So there may be overuse or misuse, may be the downside of the PowerPoint slideshow. Most students get tired of PowerPoint, or most people in a presentation, they get tired of PowerPoint. So that is a downside. So something different might make your listeners more attentive or more drawn to what you're saying. Chart junk is crowded or otherwise poorly prepared multimedia slides and other unclear graphics. So it looks like junk. PowerPoint fluff is a term coined by Edward R. Tufte describing poor, misused PowerPoint presentations. So it says that experts recommend when you're making the slideshows to create a slideshow that tells a story and sends a powerful message, but doesn't have so much text and has more images. So I'm going to show you figure 12.7, and it shows some of the tools that Canva provides to create a visually rich presentation. So here is what a Canva presentation would look like. And I would recommend trying this. It's free. The basic version is free. And it offers really interesting slide templates. And it's a little bit different from PowerPoint, which may grasp your listeners' attention because they're like, oh, it's not another PowerPoint presentation. It's something different, and it provides all kinds of graphics. You can design Facebook covers, Instagram stories, YouTube thumbnails, and it's the basic version is free, so I highly recommend that you check this out and maybe even use it if you have to give a presentation. And here's the quick knowledge check. If you want to pause this and try to answer these, and then press play to check your answers. Okay, for the knowledge check, the first answer is true. The second answer is false. Overuse or misuse may be the downsides of the PowerPoint slideshow. Number 3 is true. And number 4 is false. PowerPoint fluff refers to unnecessary images or information in a PowerPoint.